Strong words today from President Obama. He says he makes no apologies for trading 5 former Taliban leaders for one American POW, Bowe Bergdahl.
I think it was important for people to understand that this is not some abstraction. This is not a political football.
President Obama says it's the responsibility of the U.S. to return soldiers home who have volunteered to serve their country. But the decision to release the high-ranking Taliban members in exchange for a soldier who may have voluntarily deserted his post has been sharply criticized by people on both sides of the political aisle. Bowe Bergdahl remains at a U.S. military hospital in Germany, where he's said today to be improving and working on regaining control of his emotions. Joining me now via Skype is Brian. He's a former Navy lieutenant commander in JAG who now works as an attorney with a specialty in military cases. Thanks for joining us. Now, I think the first question people have is, what key evidence must military prosecutors have to bring charges of desertion?
It's pretty much undisputed that he was unauthorized, absent from his unit. So that's one offense that they could charge, but the more serious charge is desertion, and what they would have to prove is that when he went away, he had the intent in his own mind to remain away permanently.
Now, you say that desertion is not the only charge that Bergdahl could face, though.
Well, it's possible. You know, just looking over the facts as we think they are at this point, and again, you know, he's innocent until proven guilty. He could be charged with desertion. He could also be potentially charged with a couple of other articles under the UCMJ. Article 99 involving misbehavior before the enemy. Potentially the act of casting away his arms may make out that offense. Also, Article 104, aiding the enemy. If it comes out that he gave the Taliban any information at all, he could be prosecuted under that article as well.
Now, several people wonder if Bergdahl has mental health issues. Could that play a role in this case?
Well, potentially it could. It will certainly play into the decision whether to try him at all. But from a purely legal standpoint, the decisions he made at the time in 2009 to leave, unless he had a mental illness back then, that's not going to affect the issue of whether he's guilty or not guilty, but it could potentially affect the sentence greatly.
Just on a personal level, with your legal background, when you heard about this exchange, what's going through your mind? 5 Taliban for one guy.
You know, I am not a combat veteran. I have a lot of friends who are combat veterans, and the first thing I thought about is, all right, well, now we're sending a message that you captured one of our guys and you're going to get 5 of your guys back. And so my concerns primarily there are for the safety of the American service members that we still have over there.
Now, as this continues to unfold, we're going to learn a lot more, I'm certain. But my understanding is that desertion can bring the death penalty. But if convicted, is no punishment at all a possibility as well, considering his captivity?
It actually is, and they'll consider not only his captivity, but really anything else, both in aggravation on the government side and then in extenuation and mitigation on the defense side. And again, we're assuming that he's already gone to trial and been found guilty at this point. But yes, to answer your question, the range of punishment on desertion in time of war would range from no punishment at all the way to a potential death penalty.
Brian, we appreciate your time this afternoon and your insight. We've been talking to you, you now defend service members in court. We appreciate your insight. Thanks so much. We have a link to his site and frequently asked questions about military law at KFOR.com/links.